Oh, based actually. Interesting. So, looking at Dragonfly BSD. Dragonfly BSD is an efficient and elegant BSD Unix-driven operating system. For more information, from the CD, it can boot into Dragonfly BSD Live without installing it to evaluate the install. This application will install Dragonfly BSD on the hard disk drives attached to this computer. It has been designed to make it easy to install Dragonfly BSD in the typical case. If you have special requirements that are not addressed by this install, or if you have problems using it, you're welcome to install Dragonfly BSD manually. Do so. Okay. Do you wish to set up Dragonfly BSD UEFI or legacy BIOS? UEFI. Select this to install. Warning. Accidentally installs. Use Hammer 2, Hammer 1, use EFS. Please select the file system and use Dragonfly. Hammer 2 is the recommended Dragonfly BDS file system. Hammer 1 is the previous Dragonfly BSD file system. UFS is the traditional BS file system. We'll use Hammer 2. We'll listen to them. Set up the subpartitions you want to have in this primary partition. In most cases, you should be fine with the default settings. Note that build will hold USB job, bar crash, and other elements on the topology that do not need to be backed up. If no build is specific, these drivers will be the root. For capacity, use M to indicate. Looks fine. Boot, mount point, boot, swap. Accept and create. Without a /build, things like request will be just on the root mount. That's fine. Warning: small ham process can fill up very quickly. You may have to run hammer prune everything and hammer reblock manually, often via cron job. Even if using a no history mount for hammer 2, you may have to run hammer 2 bulk free manually or often via. Okay, that's fine. Not entirely sure what the fuck that means. Everything is now ready. Install actual files which comprise of the Dragonfly BDS operating system on the selected partition, the selected disk. Note that this process will take quite a while to finish. You may wish to take a break now. Come back to the computer. I want to see if I can change the Dragonfly is installed on this computer. You may now configure the system. Select time zone. In this machine, the CMOS clock is set to UTC. If this set is to local time or you don't know, please choose no. Africa, guys. Boise, Idaho. $20.25, 11:14 hour. Okay, yeah. Seems good. Okay. DCP, yeah. Hostname is going to be Dragon. Select a font appropriate to your video monitor and language. What the fuck? Never heard of this one before. For the translating your characters as they appear on your video console. Yeah. The fuck? What a brother. It's weird he didn't give me install option. We're gonna code C on this. We're gonna code our first malloc. I'm gonna learn what a malloc. Guys, I don't know what malloc is, and I'm too afraid to ask. Oh, I should have. Why doesn't it? Oh, reboot this computer. I think it's good. Maybe? To everything. That's the only. Huh? I think we're good. It didn't ask me to. It's weird. It didn't ask me to do a desktop environment. Maybe it's pre-built. That could be the possibility that it's got like XFCE or something. Alrighty, it's kind of interesting. BSD is an interesting. I kind of like it, the idea of it. Maybe I should have done the old checkout. Maybe I should have done the old check the manual. We're gonna do the old delete file, new virtual machine, forward, browse, huh. There we go. Okay, we're going to try that again. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to do exit to live installer. We're going to do UFI. Erased, yep. Hammer 2. Accept and create. Return to disk. Okay. I will say that Dragonfly does have a cool ASIC loader. I'm trying to go by the GNU philosophy. Do you think that Richard Stallman uses a desktop interface, or does he just use everything command line? I guess you could get away with everything command line based if searching the internet on the terminal isn't terrible. I kind of like it sometimes because it's permanent dark mode. My only problem is how will I be able to look at my emails? I wonder if you could look at the stock market. You could definitely look at the stock market. Dragonfly has been successfully installed on this computer. You may now proceed to configure the installation. Alternatively, you may wish to reboot this computer and boot into the installed system to confirm that it works. Should work. Maybe I should reboot. This is where the error comes in. Maybe I should. Okay. For standard links, typically boot, swap, post and such, you may need to configure the system, for example, to accept a destiny. Like XV using the PKI. Oh, an 8-minute video? What am I doing wrong? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Please be some free, no copyright fucking music. I didn't even think about that. Let me just in case. Okay, accept and install. Maybe I missed something. You may notice, oh. So, okay. You can skip this step, but you may boot blocks. Freebase. Okay. Yep. 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 Maybe that's where I forget. Yep. Maybe this is what I forget. Maybe I forget something sexy as the boot manager. Let's say. Do the old delete button. And new virtual machine. You know what's funny too is I was reading Graphite OS on the Pixel 10 is going to I think support hardware virtualization where you can run the applications in a virtual machine, which is kind of based. Something doesn't seem right. Maybe it's something I'm missing. Interesting. I'm gonna come to the conclusion that I'm dumb and I should have read. I'm just gonna do a reboot. I'm gonna do a reboot and just kind of like, I feel like something's not right here. Do I have to really use transquil? Something's wrong. Yeah, it's weird. So this is the part that me wish Okay, let's see. Hammer 2 is the recommended Dragonfly BS file system. Hammer 1, yeah, we know. Accept and create. It's weird. So there's a boot. That looks right. Build, swap, and then build. Am I forgetting something? Am I being dumb? Small fire systems can be filled up quickly. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's weird. Still boot blocks. That doesn't. That's the thing. That's the thing that doesn't come up. So I'm assuming it's something. That's what the issue is. There's a boot system. Let's go to distro watch. Ooh, Red Hat 10. Lightweight stripped down distribution to the number of popular devices. Okay. This release brings the Cosmic desktop environment currently bear in mind. It's still in beta. I did not like the Cosmic. Cache sucked, kind of. I didn't have a good experience with it. Guys, no Omarchi. Base cubes. Oh, here it is. Number 69 is the Arch-based Linux distributor featuring the Hyperland. Isn't like Hyperland not good? I don't get the hype. I don't get the hype for it. Interesting. Use code DISTO20 for 20% training. Okay, wow, I can get trainings from the Linux Foundation. And And I could get... This browser finally motherfucker. Remove. Settings. Cancel. Damn. It is not working. I tried. Tried getting the Monero XMR chat to work in OBS. Oh, nice. I was getting malware. Thank you, Unify. I could have been hacked. I resigned. Lawrence Systems. No.
I've parted ways with CNWR and I returned to consulting independently under Lawrence Systems. Just to be clear, I've always fully owned Lawrence Systems. That has never changed. Tom here from Lawrence Systems, and I wanted to share
my favorite tech YouTuber, Tech Drama. I remember they did a partnership with quite recently with another company.
An update. I've parted ways with CNWR and I've returned to consulting independently under Lawrence Systems. Just to be clear, I've always fully owned Lawrence Systems. That has never changed. Here
My feed is always going to be what's funny.
It was simply that CNWR acquired my client base. They have continued and will continue servicing those clients moving forward. The reason for my departure is straightforward. Our visions weren't aligned. There's no drama behind it, and if anyone's looking for that, you're going to have to look elsewhere. Just as there was a buy-in agreement when I joined CNWR, there's a buy-out agreement that outlines how I exit, and that process is being handled professionally. As for what this means for me, almost no change. I'll continue doing consulting, deep dive videos, product reviews, and helping people make sense of technology through real-world experience. I'm also planning to do more in-person talks, events, and community engagement in the coming year. On the consulting side, the process remains simple. When you reach out to Lawrence Systems, we engage with you directly. Every inquiry starts with us, no drip campaigns, no funnels, and no blind handoffs to third parties. From there, we determine the best path forward. Sometimes we take on the project ourselves. Other times, if the project is better suited for someone in our trusted network, we'll only make an introduction with your permission and connect you with a trusted partner who is the right fit for that specific engagement. I've never liked being dropped into a marketing funnel or handed off without context, but I know the people who come to us don't want that either. People remember people who help them, not people who push them into some marketing automation. My goal has always been to elevate the community by being transparent, by showing real work.
I love Lawrence System. I've learned so much just in general from listening to him talk. Mainly on the business side. And Proxmox. I discovered Proxmox because of him.
core processes behind the technology, and by helping people make informed, confident decisions, whether they're running a business, managing an IT team, or exploring the world of home office. Thank you for your continued support, and thank you for being part of the Lawrence Systems community. I'm really excited for what's next. Feel free to reach out. Thanks.
Man, that was a scary title. Wow, very base. Whew, that was scary. Nightmare blunt rotation when I see cool YouTubers leave. Where are we going? We'll do some Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering until I get done eating my burrito. Damn, Avatar the Airbender not coming until fucking the 18th is gay. This has got to be base. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Oh man. Should have saved it. Damn. Fucked up. Maybe not. Maybe I'm good. Oh, I'm fucked. I'm cooked. Sad face for the loss. Whew, that was an L. I think we're good here. Yeah, we're good. Damn. No. I just need fucking I need land. Hmm. Damn it, it's flying. This is the hate that I run into. Took the damage. Oh yeah, wait. I got no defense. What a oopsies. Hmm. Mm-hmm. One more land and it's over for you bitches. Oh, okay. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I think I got him. I think I'm good. Haha! Motherfucker fucked up. I'm about to lose that land though. No, though. Damn. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna scheme. I'm gonna scheme a little bit. Damn it, I should have waited. I shouldn't have waited. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, I think we got some. Mm-hmm. Make your decision, buddy. Oh my god, Magic the Gathering? What a rhyme. Don't worry, we're going to learn about the Heart and Malloc Sea. Our favorite, based understanding of how pointers work. I'm just doing it for a minute because I couldn't. Oh man. Pointers are gay. I just use references. Is that true? What's the difference between pointers and references? Chat, is this real? You can change pointers, you can't change references. Chat, is this real? Oh, it's a real thing. In C++, pointers and references are both mechanisms for indicating access to variables, but they differ significantly in their behavior and use case. A pointer is a variable that stores the memory address of another variable, allowing for dynamic memory management, array manipulation, and complex data structures. Pointers can be reassigned to point to different objects and can be null, e.g. null pointer, meaning they may not refer to any valid object. They require explicit differentiating using that sign operator to access the value of the point, and they support pointer arithmetic such as incrementing or de-incrementing the address. In contrast, hello chat. Why Collect, what up, man? You said you'd be back in October. It's November. In contrast, a reference is an alias, is for existing variable and must be initialized when declared, binding it to a specific object for its entire lifetime. Once initialized, a reference cannot be reassigned. Oh, I'm a bit late. True. Just like I was busy in October. Fair. Just like Notify Me. Ryan is still here. Ryan is still here. Ryan is still gay. When declared, binding to a specific object for its entire lifetime. Once initialized, a reference cannot be reassigned to refer to another object, and it cannot be nulled. References do not require differentiating. They can be used directly like the original variable, providing a cleaner and safer syntax. References do not have their own memory address distinction in the original variable and cannot be used for multiple levels of indirection, unlike pointers, which can be double, triple, or higher level pointers. While both can be used for function parameter passing and polymorphism, he pays me to be here. Hey, you seem to be obsessed with Monero-chan. That's the point. I'm not dead yet. Based. Monero-chan is like the Gooner version of Monero. So if you goon, you use Monero-chan. Um, okay, where was I? However, pointers are essential for dynamic memory allocation at scenarios where requiring reassignment or rhythmic operations. References are also necessary for overloading certain operators, such as the increment operator, where a reference, yes, I was looking through Madine's hardened guide because I was applying for a system of. I was also applying for stuff for Red Hat, Unix, and Tails. Oh, nice. Based, actually. While trying to find Median's hardened, I found a distro that he made. Oh, really? Is it Secure Blue? I'm unaware of this. It's called Obscurix. Look it up. The fuck? No, Median disappeared from the internet in 2023. Oh, okay. Obscurix is a live operating system based on Arch Linux that is heavily configured for privacy, security, and anonymity. Its safety focuses on all traffic through the Tor network, has support for other networks such as I2P, and hardened a lot of security. All data is lost at shutdown as it runs for RAM. Wow, this is kind of cool. This is interesting, actually. It's not finished yet. It's still in alpha. Do not rely on it for anonymity stability yet. The source can be found here. Seems to have gotten abandoned. Alpha since 2020. Unfortunate. Well, I think that Flat Kill is kind of outdated. People have pointed out that yes, it is banned because Median last active and isn't active anymore. Yeah. Or what if you are Medadian? Flat Kill is outdated. Yeah. Because I think they fixed a lot of things that were problematic with it. And Flat Seal, I think, I believe, solved it as well. And the fact that packages are now verified when you're running them. But the problem is that Flat depends on XDG desktop portal, which is really good, but it's better than having nothing. Yeah, that's kind of how security is. Nothing's perfect. A lot of things are better than having nothing. I was at the Gen 2 server looking through, some guy wrote an alternative for XDG desktop portal using SE Linux. Oh, interesting. So we're looking through, and some guy wrote an alternative for XDG desktop portal using SE Linux. Interesting. The real question is, well, you never know. I could be Medadian. You could be. I could be Medadian. That would be kind of funny. What we really need, actually, in the Linux space is the I2P version of. We need I2P version of Tails. In reality, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Medadian left the internet because of harassment. That could be true. Or she. That could be true as well. They them, uh, they them could have left because they got mad. Yeah, it's kind of L. I like Tommy Tran. Tommy Tran. Is that it? Price debt. The privacy community has an insane drama. Yeah, they're kind of. Ooh, actually, funny that you bring that up. There was some drama. That's not how you pronounce PrivSec. PrivSec? Is it PrivSec or PrivSec? 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 I don't fucking know, man. I'm retarded. PrivSec? How else would you pronounce it? I'm American. He, she, they, them, cow. True. But if you go on the PrivSec. Oh, PrivSec. PrivSec. Oh, because there's no E at the end. PrivSec. And this doesn't sound right. What is it? Gotta do this. Gotta think. What is it? Privacy guides. But whatever. No, not like that. But whatever. See, I find this site to be really good, but it still lacks a lot of content. Which site? Oh. He's not really active on Twitter, or she, or whoever. In general, they kind of like just put stuff out. Like they had a really cool podcast. On Rob Braxman, talking about how he isn't, his shit's really not good. Where is it? Wiki forums, null page. I need to find the forums. Yeah, I believe that video got nuked because people said he was bullying, but I don't think it was bullying. I think because the other person in the video wanted to leave the internet or something. Yeah. Or Rob Raxman DMC. I mean, like, he kept the screenshots of Rob Raxman, like, I think most people who are in the privacy community just leave the internet. Yeah, kind of. If you once you actually like realize that a lot of people are. Did you? If speaking of drama, it's actually pretty funny. The guy that made Task Manager that tells everyone he's autistic. Where is it? This is actually really funny. Not Dave Ramsey. Our engineers don't. Oh, this is really funny. I'm gonna find it. So the guy that made Task Manager. Oh, nice. Actually, that's kind of cool. The fuck? Yo guys, HTTP. How are you verified on Twitter? Somebody gifted it to me. I didn't want to I didn't want it. I never wanted to verify Twitter on Twitter because they don't accept Monero. I didn't want to give them any information, but somebody apparently gifted me, and I thank them. I thank them, and I appreciate that they verified. They paid for my verification for a year, so it was very nice of them. Whoever it was, they them. Where is it? We're gonna come across it. It's actually really funny. So the guy that made Task Manager, Dave's Garage. This is actually. We're gonna have to find it. It's kind of funny. It's actually not kind of funny. It's really funny. So pretty much in short, he said VPNs don't circumvent censorship. The encrypted client hell does. Certified slop, true. He's like, encrypted client hello is the this is like how you remain censorship resistant. And people are like, no, you're retarded. And he's like, guys, I'm a task, because he's like always like, guys, I'm a task manager. I'm autistic. Like that's his. And people are like, you're wrong. Windscribe talked about it. Your Twitter feed is just full of Monero stuff, of course. It knows my feed. No, it's full of other stuff. How dare you? Windscribe? There we go. Windscribe. And U.S., of course, it's filled with U.S. politics. I mean, even if you don't follow anything political, you will get politics shoved down your throat on Twitter. That's why I avoid it. That's why I like Nostr. Nostr's a little bit funnier. So, Dave Windscribe said that they're better than Malvad. They're not better than Malvad, but it's whatever. I don't care about their argument. But it's kind of funny. So, Dave P. 1968 made a crazy fucking statement. As an expert, then, I defer you to show me how any of this is false on encrypted DNS channel like 111 that supports encrypted SHA and hello. I would be shamed if I made anything for Windows. I would too. Ryan, what Linux distro do you use? He uses Linux Mint like a bitch. So Dave Plummer pretty much said that the encrypt. He said like in a nutshell, the encrypted. By the way, I'm pretty sure this guy is pretty sketchy. I believe Enderman made. He made a video about him, but Dave, I think, acknowledged it. I saw the drama of it. It's kind of interesting. He did some sketchy shit back in like the he did a lot of sketchy shit back in like the 2000s. He did. He made a shit company apparently. But pretty much, if you want to, he's like, if you want to surf securely from a public location, you don't need a VPN. You just need encrypted DNS, which is available for free and easy to turn on. Here's how. Speaking of network forensic expert, this is completely false. I will gladly stand behind my words and challenge anyone on this topic. Some random guy on the internet. As an expert, then, I defer you to show me how this is false on an encrypted DNS channel like 11111 that supports encrypted channel. Somebody actually fucking showed it. Hey Dave, thanks for applying and the opportunity to have this discussion. Before I provide the requested context, could you please clarify the scope of the statement? Surf securely from public location. The SNI is still clearly visible if the website does not support encrypted client hello yet, which many don't. ECH doesn't support to be a good adoption. So, like, from what I understand, ECH is good in theory, and they want to eventually, but what if it used something like DPI? Just as traditional reviews are reliable depends on trust. I recommend reading this. People have pretty much have said that This guy's like, Windows sucks. True, though. The fact that, what's DPI? Somebody pointed out, though, like, they took Wireshark and looked down the wire, and even running with encrypted client hello on certain websites, it essentially still showed what website they were going on. Now, when Cloudflare even announced this, they said that there's still a lot of work to be done. The websites have to support it, and it's not perfect, but it is a missing. All it is a missing puzzle piece in the scheme of being private. Oh yes, so if you do deep packet inspection, it is completely possible to see the websites that you're visiting. 100%. Encrypted client hello, from what I understand, does not solve this yet. A lot of websites don't support it yet. And it still has to be supported, but it is. This, I think I discovered this a long time, like months ago, that Wireshark. Back in my day, we called it Ethereal. What do you like, 900? From what I understand, is that essentially it doesn't even encrypted DNS doesn't really have much of a use. I don't really like Wireshark. Yeah, it's kind of ugly looking. I agree. I mean, I fuck around with it sometimes to look at some stuff, but other than that, no. I use man-in-the-mill proxy. I'm unaware of that. Ryan is like 29. Ignore him. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's terminal-based. Download Linux binaries. And it's got a web interface. But it looks ugly as well. Why can't everything look like... if it was built for Kitty Plasma. Kitty Plasma Gang. But there was another thing on here. So, the hated one... Where is it? What the fuck? No! Boo! 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 Oh my god, no, Nova Custom, why? I want to return my laptop now. I mean, most open source devs aren't really UX designers. Come on, true. If it works, it works. Look, my Zoomer brain tells me everything must look clean. The hated one, oh, I haven't heard that guy in a long time. He made a video talking about sponsorships and how sponsorship bad. Most of YouTube is dog shit. Pretty much Proton offered him a lot of money to promote their VPN. He's like, no, I don't want to do this. I'd rather do an interview. TDLR, like too long didn't read kind of thing. So they ended up, he ended up like telling everyone like, hey, Zoomer, dude, you sound like you're 23. I don't know nobody can sound old. Some people just sound old. I mean, I don't know, man. Are you misgendering my voice? Okay, T-Bone, if you were 23, you'd be born in 2002. Yeah. So apparently, Nova Custom privacy-friendly phone, Shift phone 8.1 with iOTA OS. Boo! Boo! Oh my God, boo! About the author. Oh God, of all things. At Hot Topic communities are a choice of iOTA over Graphene OS. Although Graphene OS is known for a strong security, it has a number of significant drawbacks. Ironically, the operating system only supports Google Pixel device, and installing the Play Store app is only possible via complicated workarounds. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. They only pick they only pick the Google Pixel devices because they meet the criteria of strong security, and that's it. Like a very simple list. and installing the Play Store apps is only possible via complicated. It's not even complicated. They should stop stringing. Yeah, just don't make shit up. People act like, look, I'm saying because I've used, by the way, Graphene OS is going to support some non-pixel device. Yeah, they talked to an OEM vendor around 20. Yeah. That's, I mean, for a good reason, but the device that the OEM manufacturer they're talking to is going to meet their criteria. That's it. That's all it is. Like, these companies need to stop just making shit up. Just be honest. We don't want to meet the criteria. That's why Graphene OS won't waste their time on it. And I agree. If you build something that is a huge, great product, perhaps my question is a little insulate given the fact that you put the development, but what? Are the hardware drivers available in as open source or as binary blobs? For some reason, I think this might be a device built for selfish. Oh. If you can't relock the bootloader, you essentially take all of the security, bro, just be typing. Yeah, for real. Bro, just be typing shit. And I bought one of their laptops because I think that I've been told they correctly implement core boot very well. Their customer service was kind of fucking dog shit, but beyond that, they incorporate core boot quite well. They build really good, dude. I'd rather use an old ass Android with Replicant. At least it's made by, yeah. Oh, dude, the Free Software Foundation is coming out with their own. They're rebirthing the smartphone industry. Okay, less than ideal. It comes with okay. At Nova Custom, we believe that users should have control over their own hardware and software. The Shift phone is perfect for this in terms of hardware. It has a modular design and easy to repair. In terms of software, the original product, less than ideal. It comes with Google software and standard. Nova Custom replaces that software with iOS by default. This is an operating system without Google services, only micro G. Yeah, of course. Core boot is actually good. Yes, correct. Libre phone isn't like any a separate phone. The goal is just deboating phones. Like, why do they with the Linux kernel? Actually, funny enough, micro G uses fucking Google. It relies on Google. Rebirthing the smartphone? Fat chance. No, the Free Software Foundation is rebirthing their project, their old project. They're bringing some people into it. I don't think it's going to be as good as Graphene OS, but I could eat my own words and be wrong. Like micro G, there's parts of micro G that rely on Google still. That's why I'm saying it's de-Googled is just kind of funny. Graphene OS comes with no Google proprietary Google software installed. Yeah, I know. Micro G does send pings to Google, and it uses something else. I can't remember what it is, but the DiveOS developer explained this really kind of like in clear text, like clear, simple text, what parts of Google it relies on. But it's pretty significant enough that it can't. I don't think it can ignore it. Sure, and the herd kernel is coming out too. What is the herd kernel? Is this a real thing? Oh wow, it's a real thing. It sounds fake. GNU herd. GNU herd is a collection of microkernel servers written as part of the GNU. The GNU match microkernel. It has been under development since 1990 in the GNU project of the Free Software Foundation. Designed to be. Yeah, it could be. Oh, it's a kernel. Made by GNU. Name and logo. Well, I mean, of course. There's got to be an interest in it. I mean, they don't want to just dump money into something. Debian, though? Debian based? Based Debian moment? Just kidding. I hate Debian. GNU's request for the perfect kernel. That's funny. I mean, I agree that people should have their own. Devos had a page on that they had to remove it later when Devos shut down the site and down with it. GNU doesn't make anything. What do you mean? GNU makes tons of stuff. They make they make websites. I was going to mention Debian had a hard version. Base GNU for once? Debian? Personally, my choice of kernel would be SEL4. Yeah, I don't like this. I think it's the problem is people. Just everyone disgusting. DiveOS. Speaking of DiveOS, DiveOS mentioned, guys. Disgusting. A hot topic with the community is choice of iOS over GrapheneOS. Although GrapheneOS is known for its strong security, has a number of significant drawbacks. Ironically, what the hell are they talking about? And installing the Play Store apps is only possible via a complicated workaround. The video they linked shows how it actually is. Looks like they accidentally added an extra F in the product name. €870 for the. It's because privacy is a spectrum. Clearly, the makers of the device think that the level of privacy and security provided with graphene is warranted or needed, even user-friendly. You are getting a worse device and OS for the same price as buying a new Pixel. True. I know, but here we are. It's an alternative. Folks who don't know better won't benefit as much as they could with Graphene OS and Pixels, hopefully another OEM soon. You can absolutely install the Play Store apps without an account. Right. True. Aurora storage just as you can storage just as you can on the iOS. The only difference is Aurora is pre-installed on the iOS. I wouldn't fully recall installing a complicated workaround. Yeah, false information. We can only spread awareness. I gotta look up SEL4. Oh, it's a microkernel. Interesting. Award-winning backend by groundbreaking research. SEL4 is both the world's most highly assured and world's fastest operating system kernel. Its uniqueness lies in the form of mathematical proof that it behaves exactly as specific, enforcing strong security boundaries for applications running on top of it. So I actually find before my autism kicks in. What is it? Where is it? No. X graphene OS. They were talking about how we received an ASN and a IPv6 space for Graphene OS from blah blah. We deployed two Anycast IPs. We deployed our IPv4 at 24 to place. We need to choose a host in Singapore with IPv4, IPv6, BGP support, broader gateway protocol support to extend the NS2 with the location in Asia. Once that's added, it will be good enough for our current needs. BGP. Yeah, seems pretty based. Using Graphene OS isn't suspicious. There are plenty of people working in law enforcement using Graphene OS on their own phones. Using it, Graphene OS, Signal, and other open source privacy software is not suspicious to what at least. There are substantial outgoing and fresh detective news for false codes, blah, blah, blah. They is not pivoting into becoming a commercial product. It's a nonprofit open source project. Linus Tech Tips previously mentioned, and maybe times in their content for recently cited review video, they contacted us a question about it. It's not paid content. Graphene OS, yesterday, I have respect for the guy who managed the Graphene OS. Yeah. Finally being pushed to Android. They talked about, oh yes, so they talked about how the Pixel 10 will support, I think even the 9, don't quote me, the Pixel 9 and the Pixel 10 will support virtualization in the system. Like it's completely possible to do some form of virtualization for the apps to be nested in Graphene OS to make it like more sandboxed and secure. And I found out why the desktop environment does not work. It's because of how they haven't really ported it properly, but it will be supported apparently with this new update, and they will have to do some workaround for it, which is kind of cool. What if you use if you used Microsoft Bob. I'm a Microsoft hater still. But this was what I was reading. I'm more of a clippy guy. Wait, what's Microsoft Bob? Why do I have a distant memory of that now? What the fuck? Why do you have an Apache server running? Don't worry about it. I'm a hacker. Do I have an Apache server running? No, I don't. Made me think. Oh, I vibe coded my own app. And I had to, because Apache. NGX or nothing. Because it was npm. I vibe coded a secure notes app. No, fuck no. Fuck no, not even close. I'm not. I can lightly do like some Python work in Bash, and read documents and like kind of get where I need to go. But I would never call myself an actual like developer. That'd be insane. Guys, remember like months ago how we were looking at privacy rabbit holes? Yeah, of course. What's Microsoft Bob? God, I feel like I remember this. Like I have a terrible memory of this. Bob was required a minimum of 486 with 8 megs of RAM, 30 megs of free disk space, and 256 color VGA. Many creatures they did not meet these requirements. It was too cute for the average PC user of the day. That's crazy. We should bring that back. Yeah. If I could even, like, my understanding of, I will say, this is, memes aside, vibe coding, I did learn things. Because the code is, like, explained to you. And then you can go through it. And then you have time to think about it. And then if you see something that looks weird or if it's broken, you ask questions. And then it gives you answers. And then, like, my face when we were back on tour, I guess. I mean, that is the benefit of vibe code. Like, if you do it, like, locally and not in production, and you use it as a learning tool, I think it's actually a good tool. I think you can learn, like, something from it. I don't think it's completely useless, but I would never say put any of this shit in production. I only know like 3 to 4 langs, but I understand most of the code, even if it's from a lang I don't know. Yeah, I think once you like have a grasp of like coding in general, you'll be able to grasp like what's a variable, like like how does memory work, how does like what's an object? A woman. Just kidding. I think like, especially if you know C, I think if you learn C, you can kind of learn a lot. You can learn a lot from C, and apply that to a lot of other places. I think that's what most people come to the conclusion. Once you learn C, C is like very good to know. It should be a lot of people's first language. Like even I go through C code and like I kind of like try to figure out what it's doing. It's very rewarding. I know it's C++ that has object. I know. It was a joke. Look, you need to touch grass, man. Well, object-oriented programming is pretty easy once you grasp it. It doesn't. I think what C++ is the one with objects, right? But what makes it object? What gives it objectives? All right, I'm going to grab some water first, and then we will scan the internet. C# has objects too. C, not Microsoft. Talk, please. No. Even if C# was made by Microsoft, it's not that bad. Stay on your knee, even if stay on your knee. Okay, just let me look. Let's see. In C, hello world is include. So yep, main hello world returns it. Yep, it's using C#, using system class program static void main console write line hello world. The C version is simpler procedure, while C# version is more structured and object oriented. I thought we were going to look at privacy rabbit holes. We are. We just had to prove. We just had to see. We had to see which C was better. C# loses. Too many words. See? Get it? Funny. I am funny. hilarious. Okay. Let's do this. Where should we go? We could do dark. darknetdaily.live or dark. I think it's dark web. Markets. Special links to any turbo and quantum model. We could do dig. What's dig? Isn't dig? Doesn't dig? Dig AI, guys, look. Dig AI. Anonymous, no account, all models. Choose a model. Dig uncensored. A complete uncensored model with no restrictions. Thank you, Task Manager Dave. I'm autistic! Hey, I'm digging anonymous uncensored AS. Oh, really? Find a... Let me think. Find a website... Guys, who is enough to do a Monero-chan guys, who is brave enough here to do a Monero-chan cosplay? Women don't exist, so it has to be, man. Website. That has information links. Rotate until right up. The fuck? Man, you suck at typing? Fuck you. I never claimed to be a good typer. Look, fast typing doesn't make you a better person. It just makes you gay. Look, I made Task Manager and I have autism. God, that's so funny. Look, when I'm not thinking, I can type well. You guys didn't know that? Ryan made explorer.exe. That's probably true. Wait for your current request to finish before sending another. Wow, this guy's thinking deep. This guy's digging. What if I never get an answer? And this is just a federal honeypot to steal my screen and all the information off of it. Well, I was thinking. Dread. I know some sites we can use and base and like find other sites. Yeah, yeah. Where? Where do we go? If this takes so long, this motherfucker be think. Well, it is free and it's over Tor, so I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be. What's the word? I'm trying to be fair. The anonymity bibliography, select papers in anonymity by topics. No trace project, that was good. OPSEC manual, that's good. Quitch based, Quitch cool. Darknet mail exchange, that's definitely a honeypot. Crypto, Feather Wallet based. Monero based. Blockchain Explorer. Monero.fail, don't know what that is. I like when Tor opens up another tab and I don't have to think about it. Oh, wait. Sure, here's a guide to find the dark net website that hosts information leaks, privacy rabbit holes, and other sensitive. Step 1, access the dark net. Step 2, search for websites with leaks. Silk Road. In connection to the dark net, you can search websites that host leaks, privacy rabbit holes, and other sensitive information. This is terrible. It's just giving me the hidden shit I already know. Dark web forums, Alpha Bay. I thought Alpha Bay was shut down. Use search engines. Stay safe. Use Tor browser to protect your anonymity. Finding a leak. Go to the hidden wiki. Yeah. That definitely stole my information. RiseUp is still active, but that's the wrong onion link. Warning, there's been an influx of malicious nodes hosted on chain analysis. Oh, okay, find a node. Yeah, that's definitely... Okay, listen to me. Not an FBI honeypot. That's definitely a... What you want to do is go to dig deeper site. Are you the owner of Dig Deeper? It was a joke. It was a joke, man. But that's what a person that would own a site would say. Add NeoCities. Wonder where that worked. Bro, how do I get one? I think you can probably find them on Reddit. I wouldn't really recommend it, to be completely honest. They closed off invites in a while ago, I think. I don't think there's a benefit to using them as... I just use my friend who hosts an email. He seems trustable. Yeah, I mean, if you trust your homies. I just use Tutanota. I think Tutanota is fine. What is this website? Dig deeper. Like digging deep into your butt. Go to Darknets and then we can scroll down to look at other websites. Club, self-signed. Oh, Neo. Oh, shit. My entire web is now readable by an RSS client. Just click RSS icon next to. Nice. I can society software. Oh. Go to the darknet. Holy fuck, this website is goated. How'd you find this? White Club spends a lot of time on the internet. Diggy plays capitalism. Monero-based themes. Software, society, video games, review, other community sites, other sites I like. We're going to look at those because I think we have seen like a million times. Oh, it can be hard to find treasures in the internet. I've counted alternative theories, nutrition, YouTube channels, deep, insightful, often funny analysis of the modern video game industry. Sci-Hub ciphers the best cryptographic resource out there. Explains the basic theory on why there's easy to understand. Debunks myths and covers blood-stained men and anti-circumcision, penis cutting, information activism. Very powerful. Wyclef, how did you find this? Ryan Pura, based on collapse pilled blog that I've been reading for years, even before I made the site, though kind of forgot about it, focused on other stuff. Web hosting, the best free hosting, has absolutely everything imaginable. Only flaw is kind of low space, 100 megabytes. Should be sufficient for most people, despite that it's completely unknown. Within less than 1,000 sites hosted there, which is sad. Sci-Hub, just in case someone doesn't know about it. I just searched up privacy on, NeoCities. Oh, okay. I think the site is still interesting, though, even though I don't agree with most of it. Yeah, I mean, it also leads to a bunch of other... Yeah, that's what generally my take on Twitter is, like, especially in the Monero space. There's a lot of things that, like, people that on a philosophical and maybe, like, ideological level of Monero, in the Monero space, I don't agree with. Just in perspective, and that's fine. Vitamin D Wiki, an absolutely insane life project for a single guy. The amount of adoration I have for the site cannot put into words. Everything you have ever wanted to know about vitamin D and the most important nutrient in human biology. Wow, there's a whole fucking page dedicated to vitamin D. And then 10 times you're still hungry. Beautifully. That's crazy. Miles Mathis, the guy has some nice papers exposing staged fake events. Check out his Stephen Hawking's report, for example. What the fuck? Tests with Whippet. Now available again for the times. An introduction to the argument. Okay, anyway, we should look up this site. They list like slightly more to the top. Probably the top. Lord of the Rings sequel? What the fuck? I thought this motherfucker... We just found a bunch of interesting shit by looking at one site. The Stevens Hawkins report. Died and has been replaced. No dig deeper, gang. I gotta... I've written several papers critiquing Stephen Hawkins, including a long one on his Brave New World series for the BBC. Message redacted. But this is my first paper really linking my science research with a faked events research. I will use a simple photo analysis and facial analysis to quickly show you the current Stephen Hawking is not the same person as originally Stephen Hawking. This is fucking crazy. This should not surprise you too much, especially if you know something about ALS. ALS is an amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. We are told that Stephen Hawking has ALS for 52 years, which is recorded by many decades. Jason Becker, the only person I have ever heard of who's lived more than 20 years with the disease. So about 3 decades difference between the longest survivor and the second longest survivor. This is more than 100% difference between the first and second place. It would be like Justin Gatlin running the 100 meters in 9.8 seconds and Usain Bolt beating him with the time of 4.5 seconds. In other words, statistically, it doesn't happen. Yo, where the fuck did Ryan go? Ryan's probably eating beans and rice right now in the corner. This is actually kind of interesting because I didn't know that Stephen Hawking had ALS. I thought he was just born crippled and retarded and just happened to be really smart. Like, crippled and retarded is in, like, I thought he was born crippled and it made him retarded. But, like, not retarded. Like, he's, like, big brain math. It's kind of interesting. I didn't think about that. Ryan, you have to see this. I didn't even think about that. If you, like, how the fuck did Stephen Hawking live so long? But I realized it's probably money. Money's always the answer, generally. Like, Magic Johnson has had AIDS for, like, a long time, and he's still alive. I think he's still alive. I'm not entirely sure. I don't watch tennis, so I'm not too hip with that. But I will say that him living for a very long time with AIDS, and I guess, like, advancement of medical technology and etc. But this is crazy, actually. This is I didn't even think about that. He's lived for 50 years with ALS. Remember the Ice Bucket Challenge? Okay. The average survivor for attempt for ALS is 4 years. When Hawkins was first diagnosed in 1963, doctors gave him 2 years to live. And yet, here we are, 52 years later, and counting. Should you believe it? Well, no. Like Becker, it appears that the real Stephen Hawking did beat the odds and lived for about 20 years. But at some point, he was replaced. I have no proof he died, but I assume that this is why they replaced him, and he was very useful public relations entity for physics, and they didn't want to lose him. But rather than speculate on that, let's go right into the evidence. I won't call it proof since, of course, you are free to disagree with me. This is an opinion piece, not a court transcript, and even if it were stamped court findings, you would be free to disagree with it. You don't have to agree with anything anyone tells you ever. Remember that. This paper is nothing more than a precedent. I mean, that's kind of true. You don't have to agree with anybody on anything, even if it's logically sound. I think we have escaped from that perspective is you don't have to agree with anything that anybody ever says. You could just live your entire life without agreeing to anything. People could just be like, I have brown hair. You could be like, I disagree. I think you have blonde hair, and whatever you tell me, I think otherwise. Just like me, I don't agree that women exist. I find it compelling. If you also find it compelling, if you don't, also fine. The picture under the title is the real Stephen Hawking. Notice the longest face, skinny neck, and also notice the dark brown hair. Here's another picture of the real Stephen Hawking. I can't see this because I'm assuming it's a JavaScript thing. Let that echo in your brain. This is also Stephen Hawking a few years later. You see that his hair is turning gray, but at the time thing you notice his teeth, pretty awful, right? Fake Stephen. Replaced theory. Bizarre conspiracy theory that claims Stephen Hawking. Okay, I gotta see like the face thing. I just researched it and it's not real. Of course of course that's what they want you to think. They don't want you to think it's real. That's the point, man. What the fuck? I was trying to see the pictures they were doing. Look, nothing but a soul. That's what the mainstream media wants you to think. That it's not real. This is definitely. I'm starting to see the vision. I mean, what is the average lifespan? What's the average lifespan of ALS? Let's think about that. The average expectancy of an individual diagnosed with ALS is typically 2 to 5 years after the onset symptoms, although some people may live significantly longer and even up to 20 years or more. Factors such as age, diagnosis, and time. Yeah, I mean, I agree that there is probably some differences, like someone living 20 years versus 3 to 5. It could be a lot of factors that put in it: money, genetics, money. Did Stephen... Look into the guy who wrote that essay. Miles Mathis. They finally retired Stephen Imposter. Will Reddit let me on here? Thanks, Reddit. But if I have VPN, no. Alright, we gotta... First, I have to read the essay. Then I have to look into who wrote it. Then I have to look at pictures of Stephen Hawking's. He might be right, though. Guys, just believe him. He's now fully gray, and he's pretty much lost his own teeth. I'm not a dentist and don't know exactly what's going on there, but it looks like those teeth have been filed down or chipped down with only stubby fillings left. The next step would be dentures, right? Well, no. The next apparently was going from gray to blonde. Even the brows, the whole nest of yellow teeth. He also brought some new fat cheeks. Amazing, right? I remember the good old days when Reddit was open source and it had a warrant canary. Yeah, RIP. I just use Reddit to look at funny memes now. And I would never use the real Reddit app. I would rather pay for the Reddit front end. Blonde eyebrows, whole new set of old yellow teeth. They brought the new fat chicks. Amazing, right? Actually, this is the replacement. This isn't Hawking's, as I hope you can see now that I pointed out. Go back 2 photos and compare the teeth directly. Not even close. They found a guy with the same nose and big ears. Otherwise, they don't look that much alike. This is the guy you have been looking at for the past 30 years, which means Hawking's might have not written A Brief History of Time, which came out in 1988. I haven't pinpointed the date, but that was about the time they made the switch. My current guess is early 80s, which, if true, would mean that book was a forgery. You will say, this is just a younger Hawkins before he lost his lower teeth. No, it isn't. I just showed you the younger Hawkins, and he didn't look like that compared to side by side. Besides, the first picture is Hawking's from 1970s. The second Hawking's is from 1990s. Amazing that he aged 20 years with a debilitating disease and got younger looking at the same time, isn't it? Hawking's was still looking young around 2007, and he went to the abroad to the zero. I mean, Stephen Hawking's for as long as he fucking lived was kind of crazy if you think about it. I mean, with his disease as well. But again, I think it's just money. I mean, that's my schizoid brain kicking in. Now it says 0G on his shirt. This is from when, Jason Mathis has had ALS for 25 plus years. Who the fuck's Jason Mathis? Yeah, I agree that, like, I do agree. Jason Becker? I don't know who this is. I'm going to be honest. I don't like hair metal, though, so... Oh, and he's a left-handed guitar player? No, wait, no, he's not. Wait, yeah, he is. Wait, no, he's not. Just looks weird. Interesting. Did not know that. But if he's a hair metal band, I'm not going to like him. It's not impossible. Well, of course, nothing's... I mean... It's not impossible, but the time that Stephen Hawking got diagnosed... The time frame that Stephen Hawking got diagnosed, and the fact that he lived so long, and it didn't age him, is kind of crazy. Like, technology can advance, and like he is rich as fuck. I agree that, like, yeah, money could, you have access to medicine. There's probably some factors and genetic factors. Well, actually, I don't know how rich Stephen Hawking was. A lot of people think he's rich, but he could not be. He could have just been a public figure. Public figures doesn't mean you're rich. But I'm gonna eat my words. Steve. $20 million. Oh, he died in 2018. That's crazy. Oh, $20 million. That's a lot of money. But he probably was broke when he did it. When he got diagnosed, my brother. I mean, some people can get rich way later in life, so 20 million is rich. Yeah, 21 million is rich, but he could have accumulated 20 million towards the end of his death. He could have been broke the entire time. I'm not saying he wasn't rich towards the end, but he could have been majorly broke. And obviously, the clone is going to be rich, not Stephen Hawking's. See how it says 0G on his shirt? This is from when he went up in the plane, which was in 2007. He was supposed to be 65 in 2007. Damn, that's old. Looked great for 65, eh? Unfortunately, he already looked older than that in 1982 and 25 years earlier. Are you acting black, my brother? Never. I would never impersonate another race. That would be wrong of me. His face also got shorter. Normally, his face would get longer as you age, not shorter. He has much more recent photos of the imposter. Again, the teeth are the clue. They may be the same guy as our blooded imposter, but it certainly isn't Stephen Hawking's. Go back to earlier photos. Those 4 photos' teeth were supposedly gone a decade ago, filled down to the following nubs. I wish to believe they regrew. Do they look... What the fuck? Hey, look. The icon 2020 could be black. Let's not be racist. He could be assuming. He could also be assuming. The clue, they may be the same guy as our blonde imposter, but it clearly isn't Stephen Hawking. Go back to their photos, these 4 photos. The 4 lower teeth were supposed to be gone decades ago, followed down to the filling nubs. Are we supposed to believe that they regrew? Do they look like caps or dentures to you? Would you pay a dentist to replace your teeth with those? No. We are supposed to believe that this... Here's a photo I found of the blonde imposter, Stephen Hawking. This is kind of crazy. I'm not saying he's not black, just random. But what if I am? Are you guys saying I can't... Are you guys saying I sound white? It's kind of racist. I don't know, but you have the vibe that you would watch The Hated One. I don't know if that's a good vibe. The picture from the foreign magazines, I guess, since it seems to have been suppressed in the U.S. and on the internet, I only found 1 copy of it, and full-size image is gone. The website has been scrubbed. This makes it think photos of this guy has normally been retouched to make him look a bit more like Hawking. Are there really... And here's the really weird one. Although, I bet you won't see it until I point it out. Well, did you find the problem? This time, it is with the hands. It looks like the coloration and texture, those are waxwork hands. If you can't see it there, maybe you can see it here. Another reason I noticed is the hands is they don't look like ALS. Hands. In Hawking's biography, they admit that his fingers already began to curl in the 60s. Those with the disease not only can't straighten their fingers, they can't straighten their wrist. In older pictures of Hawking's, he has badly curled wrist with his left hand, normally bent sideways. So how did this hand suddenly get so smooth and relaxed in the 70s? Many of the photos Hawkins have been faked, as you might expect, given we were just discovered it. Take a look at these 2 fingers, for instance. They both are sold to us as wedding pictures of Hawkins and Elaine Mason. Didn't he cheat on his wife? Or was that, that was Einstein. So many times did they get married? How many weddings dresses did Mason have? I knew these were fake even before noticing the 2 wedding dresses, because this is the real Hawkins and not the blonde imposter. But Mason married the blonde imposter, so I knew these photos must be faked. How did I know this? Was Hawking so fat? This was Hawking so fast? Look at the photo of him from the side. Look how skinny his neck was, and how he sloped, and how quickly he to meet his skull. Then he has a protruding rear skull. The blonde imposter doesn't have that. The shape of his skull is entirely different, and it's very obvious from the side. The real Hawkins is always much more bony and angular. This is kind of like been disproven. Like, remember when everyone thought John Fetterman was like a clone because like his face looked different, and they didn't realize that like different lenses have different focal lengths. like boomers figured out the internet. Finally figured out on the internet that like different focal lengths fucking exist on cameras because they were too retarded to understand it. Wow, this guy's digging deep. But let's dig deeper. Debunking skeptics, probably my favorite site on the internet, except my own, of course. I was reading a religious teenager. I don't believe that Kodiak Black is the real Kodiak. Are you serious? Is this a real conspiracy that I can look at? Or are you making a meme, a joke, a haha funny? If you have a website I can find. Oh, you're serious? Like, look at what you looked like before. Yeah, I know Cloudflare. Honeypot? Probably. And what he looks like. Oh my god, this is a real thing. That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh, this is funny. This is awesome, actually. Oh, this is from 2021. Oh shit, recently. Rapper Kodiak Black, Bill Kahan Kapari, what the fuck kind of name is that? Made his first appearance in public on Friday night after he was released from prison. Fans were shocked when they saw Kodiak for the first time since he went to jail in 2019, so like 2 years. The rapper reportedly appeared at Tampa Bay's Super Bowl party. Many fans took social media to comment the rapper had changed so much since his sentence to prison that he looked almost unrecognizable. Kodiak was arrested and sentenced to 46 months in prison in November 2019 in charges of giving false information on a federal forms to purchase firearms. What a dumb fucking thing to do, too. The authorities released the rapper from federal prison after former President Donald Trump granted him a pardon last month. What the fuck? The former president granted him a pardon along with 140 others, including rapper Lil Wayne. What a weird thing to get pardoned by Trump. Some fan thinks the government might have cloned Kodiak Black in prison. Fans were so shocked when they saw the rapper the first time in months that some could not believe that he was the real Kodiak Black. Find the pictures, please. Oh god, I need to. Damn it, I spelled clone wrong. I gotta find real ones though, man. I'm afraid. I mean, some people, I have met people that look completely different after prison. Not like just in general, but just like. Which one? I know of Kodiak Black. If you were to play a song, I probably would. No. Well, I'm on tour so that the 3-letter agency can't find me. Watch you. You can kind of watch YouTube videos on tour. It's a little goofy. I need to hear a song real quick. What's his most popular song? Super Gremlin. Transportation. There you go. I feel like I've heard this. Play it. Calling My Spirit. Damn ads. Oh, I think I've seen it. Okay, so that's what he looks like. Is this before or after prison? What was 6 years ago? That was 20. Is this after prison? No, he got released in 2021. So this is after he got released from prison. This is before prison, and is this after prison? I mean, I will. Is this the actual? Watch a video where the guy talks about it and compares the photos. He literally has. Oh, dude. Hold on. He has an entire video called fucking identity theft. That's crazy. One of my favorites. The 2 minute. I will look at this. Don't give me a second. No way you dropped this classic 7 years later. Kodak Black kept the old flow. Would never compete with NBA YoungBoy. Should have been dropped. This one 100 mil push when it was fresh. Feels like 2018 again. White Dog flashback. That's a crazy thing to call it identity theft. I'm starting to connect the dots, guys. They should have dropped. Look at the comment. That song has been out for 8 years. Oh no, 3 months. Scroll down. No, this is from 3 months ago. Dropping a video for this 7 years old. Oh! Oh, this is an old song. Okay. That song is still a classic to this day. Dropping this in 20... Holy shit. That is weird. Hold on. We're going to watch that 2 minute video, though. Yo, where the fuck did Wyclef come from? Wyclef 87, where'd you go? Damn you ads. I thought Tor was supposed to block this. Kodak Black clone transformation. Okay. Let's look. This is, I mean, 2014 to 2015. If there, I mean, people can change. People can change their luck. Hold on, I just don't want to get a DMCA strike from fucking Warner Brothers or fucking some Sony bitch. Look, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not good with faces, so I'm kind of the wrong person to ask. But if you would have asked if that was the same person I looked like, if you were like, if you said this was the same person as that, I'd be like, you're crazy. Like, their head's kind of different. But again, he has full head of hair here, so I could be... Okay. He looks older. He's starting to get the hair. He has the worst jean jacket on the fucking planet. Jean jackets are fucking dog shit, by the way. I fucking hate them. I just hate jean jackets. Alright. He looks like he ate. Kodak was arrested for some serious charges and was in jail for the rest of 2016. Some say this is when he got cloned for the first time. 2017. That picture. That one? Or that one? Or that one? Oh, wait. Bro, he looks so different. He does. I mean, he could have got fat in the joint, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the red shirt. I was like, he could have got fat in prison. You know, you ain't. It's not like you eating good. I mean, there's 2 red shirts, so not the best. He does look weird. His head looks different. I see what you're saying. I don't want to feed into it. The one before. Okay. So that's him in prison. I mean, he does look kind of different. He looks weird. Okay. So, but how would they clone the exact tattoo placement? I mean, that's the point of a clone. It's supposed to be good. But again, also in the video, he sounds different always. So like, So the thing is, focal length matters a lot. Focal length can change the look of a person, like a lot. But if it's consistent, obviously, then yeah, we're cooking. 2017. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's. Yeah, wow, he looks... But his nose looks different. That looks the most different. That's like crazy difference. Again, focal length fucks also in the... Focal lengths fuck with a lot of shit. Like, the focal length of a lens can really change how someone looks in feature sense. I mean, this... Showing someone that looks like they're fucking from 2014... 15, 16, 3 years, that's a... I mean, 3 years is a huge difference. You can definitely change, but... But for 7 years, that's a... You know what's crazy? Right here, he looks way different. It's interesting. It's interesting. I could be retired early 2018 when he was arrested. August prison release. Okay. Again, no one has a good mugshot. Got his haircut. The problem is it's showing really bad angles. Because like if the angles aren't the same, it's hard. It would be very difficult for me to come to the conclusion. He looks fatter, if that makes sense. In the face. Kodak arrested again, now sitting for 4 years. Pick. Pictures from prison. Why would they clone him, though? Of all people. It's not like he's popular anymore. I mean, I'm not saying he's not popular. What am I saying? Who am I? That cop knows. Look how sus the cop looks. He knows. He's like, this isn't really Kodak. Guys, I don't think this is the real Kodiak Black. I think I'm onto something. And then you never see the cop again. What is it? He discovers that Kodiak Black got cloned. Look at Gucci Man. That's another one. Oh, the Gucci. Yeah, Gucci Man makes sense though. He's not a real person. I love Gucci Man though, so even if he is a clone, I'm okay. Yo, okay. That's a wild transformation. Alright, if low-key, if you removed the tattoos, I would be like, no, there's no way that's the same person. That's crazy. He looks really fucking... Oh, shit. Yeah, he looks real... If you removed the tattoos, no way I would have been able to tell the difference. This is truly how they just be cloning certain ones. They clone Gucci Man, and now Cody... That's crazy. It hurts, man. It really does. They play on our intelligence. They did YB also. They have this tech since the 90s, especially for politicians, so they could basically say, hey, you don't want to... Dead or on an island, Kodiak has more than one clone, I believe. The doors we knock are open. Watch, I disappear tomorrow, guys. I've uncovered something so... Okay, 3 facts I'm certain of. Kodiak is cloned after jail. Gucci is cloned after jail. Pooh Shiesty, who cloned Gucci just signed, got locked up and disappeared. He is currently being murdered and developed into a clone. This song bumps. He got fake beard hair in the prison pic, huh? Damn. So sad, bro. I watch this shit every day morning. Okay, that's kind of weird. Man, that's Cody. Stop lying. Yeah, there's no way that's real. That's got to be a meme. I'll break the masquerade and become it. Why they clone some kid from the gutter? The fuck? Brutal fart. Yeah, I mean, drugs can kind of make you look different if he's on drugs. They got Kevin Hart. Okay, why are they doing Kevin? Okay, this guy's definitely on some skits medication. Drake, Diddy, Pooh Shiesty in a bunker. Didn't Pooh Shiesty get murdered though? What an unfortunate name, by the way. I sort of believe that Dave Chappelle got cloned. You might just believe that everyone, but I mean, you could be a clone. I thought he died. Oh. Why are they all on firearm conspiracies? Interesting. Well, we're going to go back to scientific commitment to evaluate pseudo-skeptical criticism of the paranormal. Huh. Actually, Dave Chappelle's clone sounds kind of funny. There's a video on it, of course. Has Dave Chappelle been replaced by a clone or imposter? Jake the Awake? You were not alone? What a weird channel. First off, hold on. I gotta... funniest comedian in the world, the greatest truth I ever lived. What the fuck? Dude, if you make members only content, you suck. Why is this guy talking about the NFL? Has Alex Jones been replaced? Where did Bill Hicks go? God damn. Why is everyone poor? Oh, I can answer that one. This is like a... I know that, but this is such a weird channel. He's like NFL and then Diddy trial. NFL and then Jerusalem shills for Blue Origin. NFL and then Penguin Zero. Everything is declining. NFL sucks. Just a weird, interesting channel. Use AdGuard for ads. I know, but fucking... Hey, an update. uBlock Origin should be blocking this shit. It'd be here. Maybe I have to reinstall it. I think I forgot. Guys, I'm sorry. I hate this guy already.
Bada bing, bada boom. We are back in business.
This is the guy that, like, this is the type of dude that discovered the internet at, like, he's like 40, but he discovered the internet at like 38. I'm just embarrassed to even see this. I don't know. This is just embarrassing looking.
Bada bing.
I just can't. It's like it's like hurting my skin physically. Oh God. I'm sorry to give you guys ads. I'm a terrible human. Okay, has Dave Chappelle been replaced by a clone? 7 years ago. I should be using AdGuard.
There is to a degree. Like what?
This is the guy. I feel like this is the guy that would hit you with the DMCA strike, though. So if he does, I'm trying to make it transformative, guys. What should I say? Think of somebody. Tell me something. Somebody tell me something funny to say, so I can avoid the DMCA strikes and the copyright strikes. Anyone have a joke? Just speed it up so it won't matter. True. Guys, what have I been doing? Actually, if I change the resolution, is that transformative? He has no 1080p. Gay. Poor, actually. What's copyrightless type of speed? 1.25?
I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected. I don't know. For certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in movies in a dress at some point in the career, I'll be connecting that. I'm like, wow, this person has a dress. That's happened to me. I'm gonna move hard. Yeah, the movie's going good. So I'm on the trailer. I'm like, it's supposed to be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. Soraya comes in. I think he's writing like, hey, listen, you got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguised you as a prostitute. He put this dress on, and the costume. Now I'm not doing it. I don't feel comfortable with it. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, all the greats have done it. It's kind of accurate right here, right? So why don't we just have to do it without funny. Oh, I'm Milton Berle, blah, 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 you know, like this. And then finally it's like, and he leaves, and then like the director comes in, it really would be great if you wear the dress. Well, bro, this is the Brokeback Mountain, this
Low key though, Dave Chappelle show, pre his stand up, Boomer arc era was really funny.
all the comments that I've seen, and not wearing a dress, not all the same things. Oh, that. And then after that, I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, man, are you okay? And he said, I got the best thing. I told him, man, you gotta take that. Man, it's a lot. Guys like to a degree. Man.
Okay, that's real.
You know, when we did Blue Street, we were promoting it, and Martin had a stroke. I'm on, yeah. You all right? I speak for myself here when I say also we're very, very excited that you put out these comedy specials. 13 years like a locust you have returned with these. Why did you decide to put 2 of them out? With money. Money.
I don't know if this is a good representation. I agree 100% with Jake. This is not, I repeat, not Dave Chappelle. He looks somewhat like him, but his mannerism is different. He's not funny at all, and looks like this dude is admitting a fake vibe all around. Look at Oprah. She's like, don't do it, Dave. Shut the fuck up, Dave. Oprah looking at him like, I know what goes down, but I have pretended to be a real talk show host, and I don't know. You all right, Oprah, you're fake. Oprah is a witch. Look at how intense she's looking at Dave. This is the reason why I no longer follow Hollywood. It's obvious this man isn't the real Dave. The real David's been killed and replaced. It's always white people that think this. This is our culture, by the way, guys. His voice is even the same. Well, yeah, he's fucking old, so, I mean, that makes sense. They put a C on his sleeve to really sell him. I was watching Dave Chappelle videos earlier, and then one came on where Will Smith hits him for the stand-up tips. Dave comes on the screen, and Dave, I like he puts it in quotes. Dave comes on the screen, and I'm still sat there waiting for him, and then realized he was there, and I generally thought, nah, that ain't him. Must be part of the act. Nope. It was this dude. It looks and sounds nothing like him. Just now scrolling down my recommendations, this video pops up. Glad I'm not the only one. The Azure Dead giveaway there. I mean, these could be all bots for all you know. That'd be kind of funny. Western Science USA. A Truth Seeker. I always like finding these channels because, like, they'll be super old and then they'll comment on shit, but they'll have, like, fucking, like, videos that are, like, just spanning over, like, years. Trump versus NWO. This is great. This is what I love finding. I like finding old YouTube channels that are just inactive or like channels that just never did anything. What the fuck? Oh, I'm gonna get a strike. Trippy ass rabbit hole. We just saw the JFK assassination. I'm gonna get fucked, man. Explosive control events, squibs, streams, total liberation of steel crystal. I mean, 9/11 has already been kind of confirmed that, like, yeah, it probably did happen. Absolutely no plane would hit the World Trade Center 7. How the fuck did it fall? Explain this shit. I think World Trade Center has already been explained by a bunch of people. But there is an interesting theory that I did come across, which is kind of funny. Okay. Man, Kodiak Black. So, like, even if, let's say hypothetically, even if Kodiak Black was cloned. Like, what do you even do about that? Like, what is it? First off, why would they? I mean, what would be the incentive of cloning Kodiak Black? Why not Drake or like anyone like more influential? Actually, there's even a deeper perspective that I came across. Industry plants, I think, have more damage. So this guy talks about.
Der klassische Investor kauft eine Aktie. Every time an artist blows up overnight, the internet does. You know what I mean? The organic.
Step on the glass. Step
The best.
This is actually interesting. So Billie Eilish, quite literally just had a lot of money. Like her parents had like connections in the music industry. It's kind of like Miley Cyrus. That would be like another like industry plant, where like these people are like rich and famous, and they're like, guys, I'm not saying like they have no talent. Same with that girl on the left. Oh, the girl in the her dad owns Coca-Cola or something. Oh, isn't that on the right? Isn't that Charlie D'Amelio? Charlie D'Amelio like had fucking money or something. Like these people have so much fucking money. It's like no shit. You had time to become famous. You had nothing to lose.
Step on the glass. Staple your tongue.
These are the artists who still need you to believe that they started from nothing. The story has to feel real. The struggle, the discovery, the breakthrough.
But I like the deep industry plants, the ones that are like planted in like big movies or like music, and you're like my favorite is Ice Spice. It's like they have 50 million streams, but you've never heard anybody play their music in real life. Grammys are not an I lived in Korea. Every K-pop star's coach literally is yeah. I've heard insane, terrible stories about K-pop. K-pop is like you're a slave. You're like a legitimate slave, but in modern day. I mean, like ghostwriters, I don't really have a problem with. I think that's normal. Some people could be really good at singing, but really bad at writing. I don't think that's inherently. I think people take care about that way too much. Like I think people care too much about the fact that you can sing but you can't write. Writing is its own talent. Like you could be a really good writer and an awful singer, and you could be a really good singer and an awful writer. I think people really underestimate the fact that writing is really hard. Actually, it's all nepo babies now: actors, musicians, politicians, journalists. Yeah. Taylor Swift's father worked as a stockbroker in the largest firm in America, Merrill Lynch. He invested so much money in the newly formed label Taylor was signed to that he was on. Yeah, ghost. I don't actually have anything wrong with ghostwriting. I think it's fine. K-pop is crazy though. Doechii, I was listening to her for years before she blew up. Definitely not an overnight success. I like to believe. I don't know who Doechii is. Having Billie Eilish and Sabrina on the same and not Olivia Rodrigo. I think Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift are. Someone said something about Ice Spice. They're like, oh yeah, not a single person actually listens to Ice Spice, yet somehow she is everywhere.
Through the indie darlings who got lucky with a viral moment. But if you look closer,
if you even look at this, like you have, look up Benny Blanco. He wrote so many. Oh yeah, so did Sia. Sia wrote so many fucking songs. Why is it always Australians? I found out I think Post Malone's an industry plant deep down. So like he started off in the metal industry. He came out of nowhere. He made a few songs. His music, honestly, I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's a bad artist. He's just music is not good. I think Post Malone is an industry plant, 100%. Like he was like in an Asking Alexandria like cover band, like they like covered Asking Alexandria, which is kind of crazy. You can find like old videos of his where he was like really into metal, and his song "Congratulations" wasn't even written by him. It was written for someone else. Like this is like known, but I think Post Malone is 100% industry plant, no question.
Who got lucky with a viral moment. But if you look closer, their bedroom.
This man's spitting though. Remember, he can swim, guys. He can swim, and
It's like Billie Eilish.
I've wanted to do this like
I mean, I will give Billie Eilish. She has like some more ethics than most people that and like she's slightly more humble, and she does have talent. I don't think her talent doesn't exist. I just think she's an industry plant. I think some people can be industry plants and still have to push to stay successful and relative. I mean, having connections kind of fucking helps you, but if you're gonna at least do it, have talent. I don't think she's a out of touch industry plant. I think she has some relevancy. She's a person that has a brain of her own. She does a lot of charity work. She definitely does have a unique style to it. I'm not saying that. I think there is, just like this guy, there's 5 levels to industry plants. There's people that have like probably had a lot of help along the way, but they had to do something to maintain their popularity.
whole life, so
Because you could be an industry plant and completely drop off after like one song. You could do one song and it could fuck up your entire thing.
I'm a little shaky.
You know, she's talented, but the whole we recorded Ocean Eyes in my brother's bedroom thing, that's not the whole story.
Yeah.
What they don't mention is Phineas was already working in the music industry. Their mom was an actress, their dad was in bands, they grew up in LA already around the entertainment industry. Billie was even homeschooled specifically so she could pursue music.
You grew up homeschooled.
Yeah.
Did that shape who you are and who you will be? Because
Yeah.
And by the time Ocean Eyes dropped, Phineas had already written and produced for other artists. He had a manager, he understood how the machine worked. Interscope didn't just stumble on him on SoundCloud. The setup was already there. See, there was this guy named Danny Ruperson.
Why does it always look like this? Why does every guy in the music industry look like this every single time? And this. Oh, God. Is that Fall Out Boy? The obvious. Ice Spices. And why do these fuckers wear the same type of... Literally. Why do these fuckers wear the same fucking type of font that, like, deathcore bands or, like, metal bands wear? Like, quite literally, quit taking my culture. Who the fuck's that? Oh, is that the Kid Laroi?
30 Minuten am Tag, das erkläre ich in den nächsten 30 Sekunden. Der klassische Investor kauft eine Aktie.
These are the artists who don't exist one day, and then the next day they're on every playlist. The push is so aggressive that even
I mean, Ice Spice is just hot and
then the next day they're on
makes
every
songs.
playlist. The push is
She's just hot and says words. I think there are better like female rappers out there that deserve like way more recognition. Again, I don't think you have to write your own music. I think you know, writing is its own skill. There are bands where one person writes all the albums and everyone just plays. No one fucking bats an eye. Girls, it's like girl. Anytime I have this discussion with someone, I sound like this: girls kissing girls, and society. No, and nobody bats an eye. Boy, but I kiss my homies. And society calls me gay. Like moment. Like anytime I have the discussion about writing and musicianship, I sound exactly like that. That's how I sound.
that even casual listeners notice that something's a little off. You see them on festival lineups before they have a fan base.
I think Iggy Azalea just kind of disappeared too. Who the fuck listens to Iggy Azalea anymore?
Getting late night TV slots before they have
That real though. Like, why is Ice Spice getting this? Munch, Feeling You has generated over 50 million streams. That's crazy. She thick though, so I get it.
or it only works temporarily. So when it does work, it works fast. Now, she's cliche to talk about at this point, but the artist most people talk about in this category has to be Ice Spice.
Once again, Ice Spice.
She went from unknown to featuring with major artists in a few months. Munch dropped in August of 2002.
You know, I get it. But Kid Laroi, I don't. He's just Australian.
Now, he's a controversial one because there's signs of him being an industry plant, but his upbringing and his start in the music industry is pretty highly debated. It's hard to really know for sure. First off, his dad was a music producer.
You know what's worse, actually, when these musicians, these artists will be like, I struggled and came from, like, a poor background, and then it's just like, I had rich parents. What a loser.
Producer and sound engineer. And his mom was a talent manager. And after some digging, I found out that she started a management company called Mama Capone Management to help kids.
Mama Capone Management. What a fucking lame ass fucking name too. It's always people that look like this. They're like, I wish I was born in the hood. That's the funny part. It's like, guys, I wish I was born in the hood. I wish I was poor. I'm so mad that I have all this money. It's crazy to think about.
Now, we factor in her versatility and her stage presence. I think it's hard to say that she's not talented or doesn't deserve or give her a chance. As with the big three record companies, some of the best rap albums over an average YouTube. Before we all listen up, presents to the mic. That girl.
Better check my tax bracket. Which thing's gonna happen? Nagging now, he's leaving and y'all broke up ex.
Who the fuck is this?
Fake urban southern accent.
Better check my tax bracket.
Oh yeah, Iggy Azalea. She had like that one song, and I think she's Australian, so that makes her worse. There's this person that's just like mad. Oh yeah, I forgot she did like OnlyFans or something. Damn, there's so many fucking... Fuck this guy for having this many ads. I don't know if it's YouTube or him. I really need...
Now, the puppet is where it gets dark. Yeah.
At least they're German. Yeah. So this is the only good thing about running through Tora VPN is they're German ads, so they're kind of funny.
Where to deserve honorable mentions here. But if you want to see a full inside look on their stories, I'll link my videos in the show notes. Both of them had mediocre to average success. Katy Perry was a gospel artist. And
you know, finding out Katy Perry was a gospel artist is kind of crazy.
Sabrina was a wholesome Disney child.
Yeah, but the pipeline from Disney child to musician is kind of like normal. Like, once you make it to Disney, you're kind of like, you're there. There's a lot of grooming, not just like sexually, but there's a lot of grooming in the kids area of like Nickelodeon. I mean, like Nickelodeon, Disney, all of them get groomed to like do something else. They're like, hey, by the way, I know you're on Disney and stuff and you're acting, but how would you like a rewarding career as a musician?
Blew up for after she posted a
When you really shouldn't, you shouldn't be.
YouTube video of her singing songwriting, piano, and really got, even pop fans got caught off guard by her sexy pop diva rebrand. But who we really got to talk about is Lady Gaga. Stephanie Germanotta was playing piano in New York dive bars in 2005. She was doing jazz standards and just wearing normal clothes. And then she got signed to Def Jam at 19, but she got dropped after 3 months. L.A. Reid, he literally signed her and forgot about her. He just wasn't that interested. He thought she was too normal and she was ready to be what the industry wanted. Career.
I will give this that Lady Gaga is pretty base, because a rumor started around that she had a giant cock, and she just played into it. I mean, that's pretty genius, actually.
She dumbed down her skills, simplified everything, and focused on one goal: fame.
I think other musicians have even said that. Like, the more you dumb down your music, the better. Like, I listen to some highbrow, like, tech death metal, and I'm like, I can see why no one's going to listen to this. Sometimes I just like dumb metal. Like dumb pee pee poo poo metal.
Fire. She wasn't Stephanie anymore. But the interesting thing is, she never really hid that she was just playing a character. But usually there's a consequence that comes with not being yourself.
I think real fans probably knew deep down that there was something going on.
You had a giant cock. Is this true, Lady Gaga? Justin Bieber? Definitely instant. What are the most obvious ones, though?
Congratulations, you won a Grammy tonight. I'm so proud of you.
Your mom is Beyonce. It don't matter what should be.
I didn't know Beyonce was. That one was kind of like shocking.
It just is. Now the next Nepo baby might surprise some of you guys, but yes, Drake is a Nepo baby.
Oh, we all know Drake is a Nepo baby. He his parents were like super rich. That's how they got him to acting school, and that's why he ended up on Degrassi. Avril Lavigne clone? No way. Come on, don't. The rise and fall and cloning of Avril Lavigne. What really happened? What the fuck? 12 minutes.
60 plus. Genieß den Moment. RSV könnte diesen Moment zerstören. RSV ist eine hoch ansteckende Atemwegsinfektion. Sprechen Sie mit
I don't know German, guys.
Impfschutz hin.
In the early 2000s, Avril Lavigne was everywhere, with hit songs like Complicated and Skater Boy. She dominated
It's true. It's what made her hot.
radio stations, MTV, and magazine covers, but just as fast as she rose to the top, she seemed to disappear. Did the pressures of fame take her down? Did she really die and get replaced by a lookalike named Melissa Vandella? The internet went wild with conspiracies. Her nose looked different, her voice changed slightly, and even her handwriting seemed off. So what was really going on here? This is the truth behind the rise, struggles, disappearance, and comeback of Avril Lavigne. But even from an early age, it was clear this girl wasn't meant to stay in a small town forever. She sang in church, crushed it at local talent shows, and it just...
Guys, do you think I still have a chance with cloned Avril Lavigne? This is actually what happened to Avril Lavigne. Where's that new song she did? Yeah. 14 years ago. Isn't that it? Flames? Yeah. She found this guy. I think they're dating. Damn, so many DMCA strikes that are gonna just fucking come after me.
60 plus.
Can I?
Genieß den Moment. RSV könnte diesen Moment zerstören.
Yeah, once this came out, I was like, okay, so we're going to look at that. That's a picture of her right now. She's got to be like, what, 30, 35? that how you spell it? 41 years old. Damn, that's crazy. She looks good for 41. Because it's not really her. 38-year-old Evelyn broke up again? Who's she dating? Guys, does this mean I have a chance? (2002). I mean, money's the reason she looks young. It's not. It's nothing else. Okay, but Mod Son, that's what it is. God.
14 years old, open for none other than Shania Twain. One day, she's performing in a tiny venue, and the next, she's sharing the stage with a country music legend. That moment put her on the industry's radar, and landed her a meeting with Arista Records president Ellie Reed. Impressed by her raw talent, Reed didn't hesitate. He signed Admiral in the industry, Shania Twain, staying in a small town forever. She sang in church, crushed it at local town shows, and at just 14 years old, open for none other than Shania Twain. One day, she's performing in a tiny venue, and the next, she's sharing the stage with a country music legend. That moment put her on the industry's radar, and landed her a meeting.
Anyone who has this look, these glasses, with this exact tie, and has either a cigar or their fingers in like the pyramid scheme is an immediate villain. You should always avoid anyone who looks exact, that has this exact outfit, not this exact soulless look almost. That's what you should do. The second you see this type of outfit, the cigar, this look, these glasses specifically, by the way, they're a villain. They will always be the villain. They're the villain in the movies. If you look at any villain, this is what a villain literally looks like.
Meeting with Arista Records president Ellie Reed. Impressed by her raw talent, Reed didn't hesitate. He signed Admiral to a $1.25 million recording deal. Not bad for a teenager, but like Los Angeles, it wasn't the glamorous reach you imagine. But Leo.
Damn.
60 plus.
Can I block these ads now? Extensions to themes. Maximum protection. How about you Bussy Origin? Please, somebody give me uBlock Origin. Make it happen. I don't care if this reduces my security right now. I'm so tired of the ads. It's like there's like an ad every second, man.
Leo had its own ideas. They wanted her to be a pop country princess. A second coming of Shania. Admiral, however, had other plans. Inspired by punk bands like Green Day, Blink-182, she had no interest in fitting.
I'm sorry, but Green Day sucked. I hated Green Day. I liked maybe like one or two songs, but Green Day actively just not a fun band. And they're so old right now. They look so fucking old, it's crazy.
In meeting after meeting, producers tried to push their own styles, brushing off her ideas like she didn't know what she was talking about. It was frustrating, but after she wasn't about to give in. Then everything changed when she met The Matrix, a production trio just the right mix of pop and rock to bring her vision to life. Together, they created Complicated, the song that would explode onto the charts and make Admiral a household name. She later admitted that while she didn't fully understand the formula for her head, she could feel that the song was different.
I did not know that's what... I didn't know that's what she collabed with. I know this song. Oh my god, uBlock Origin not working, bro! Damn it! Am I getting toothpaste ads in German? Guys, I can learn German now. Just gotta watch German ads. Gay. What? 3 ads? Is it? What is this? An unskippable one.
Wie funktioniert Training mit 30?
Oh my god, so because I run Brave, because I run uBlock Origin, I don't see ads. This is cancer.
Am Tag, das erklärt in den nächsten 30 Sekunden.
I would kill myself.
Investor kauft eine Aktie.
Alright, I'm not gonna be able to watch it, but
It sounded cool. She said she would write over the next few months. Admiral and the Matrix holed up in hotel rooms and studios across California, writing the rest of creating the album. The album was more than just catchy tunes. It was a reflection of Admiral's real-life experiences. Songs like Skater Wolf were inspired by her love for skate culture while losing grip, going to the feelings of frustration and isolation. This wasn't just pop music. It was a glimpse into the mind of a teenager trying to navigate the messy realities of growing up and fame.
she was hot, guys, that's why. I thought uBlock Origin was gonna fucking make it work.
It was crazy but special, she recalled. And just like that, Admiral became the poster child for rebellion, a refreshing alternative to the bubblegum pop stars dominating the scene. In a world obsessed with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, Admiral was a breath of fresh air, a tomboy with an attitude. Her baggy pants, loose ties, and heavy eyeliner became the uniform routines everywhere. Fans loved her because she was real, but unlike other pop stars, Admiral didn't try to be perfect. She wore her flaws and emotions on her sleeve, and teens ate it up. But of course, the media couldn't just let that be. They pinned Admiral against other female artists, portraying her as the anti-Britney. Admiral, being young and blunt, even threw a few digs at Britney, criticizing her for dressing like a shoulder, but the press ran with it, framing it as a full-on feud. In later years, Admiral admitted she regretted the comments, explaining that she was just trying to carve out her own identity, not taking it down. By the time Admiral started working on her second album, Under My Skin, in 2004, the fun, rebellious image she built was starting to wear her down. Fame brought constant pressure to stay on top, leaving her emotionally drained. On top of that, personal struggles, including the death of her grandfather, put her in a darker place emotionally. The shift was clear in Under My Skin. The album's tone was heavier, with songs like Nobody's Home and Slipped Away, exploring themes of loss, loneliness, and grief. It was a big change from the more playful vibe of her game.
This was the deep album. Life-changing.
The many fans connected with raw honesty as they navigated their own struggles. Admiral wasn't just making music for the charts. She was sharing what she was really going through.
I am fast-forwarding.
Away from her signature Eddie Pants and ties, embracing a more authentic style. Some fans appreciated the shift, seeing it as part of her growth, but others felt disappointed, believing she was leaving her original image behind. But just minutes. It sucked. Experts say that conspiracies like these resonate with people because they offer a sense of control in a confusing world. They tie to the public's fascination with
Is there a faster way?
Back in the early 2000s, Avril Lavigne was the ultimate pop-punk princess.
There we go.
Some fans believe the real Avril
My
died in
favorite.
2003 and was replaced by a lookalike named Melissa. They say her facial features changed too much over the years, and that her voice sounds different. Plus, some lyrics and photos supposedly hint at her death. Avril herself has laughed off the rumors, calling them silly and bizarre.
You know, there's a conspiracy theory that I'm not me. Honestly, it's not that bad. It could be worse. Honestly, I am me. It's so dumb.
But that hasn't stopped the conspiracy from spreading. Whether you believe it or not, Avril is still rocking out and making music. And isn't that what really matters?
Yeah. Who cares that it's a clone? Actually, I wouldn't at the end of the day. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all joining. I will be back later at a later time. Remember to like and argue in the comments so that YouTube knows that I'm still relevant. And thank you for showing me things that will forever change my opinion about the world. Everyone's a clone. Everyone's gay. And I also think that the best type of potato is from Idaho. I'll see you all later.